So hello and welcome back to Wake Up Gaming. I'm Jim and I'm here today in my Project Ozone 2 Skyblock. So last time we added in these Tinkers things and we started constructing Tinkers tools. I built this mattock and this pickaxe, which we're going to get lots of use out of and should be really good. And we built these barrels here, which have now collected up lots of water. And we built these drawers for this new storage system to try and minimise the impact of all these 3,000,000,000,000,000 chests that we have. Okay, so aims for today, I think we need to expand the platform a little bit because we're going to need to build some new stuff. And I think we want to start getting into Tinkers properly, so we need to build a smeltery, which will allow us to make a lot more ores. Ow! Just punched myself in the face with a pop shield. Brilliant. Okay, so without further ado, let's start off by building the platform bigger. So let's see how we're looking for stone slabs. 113. We're going to need a lot more than that. So let's take some cobblestone and let's stick it in a furnace. I've got more in here actually, so let's pop that all back in there for now. The stuff that I've got here, the extra, that's what I'll smelt. That makes sense, doesn't it? Okay. Actually, that's not a lot of that at all. Right, stone wands. All of the stone wands. Okay. Okay. It is great how super easy these stone wands make it to expand the platform. It really is. You can do some really cool stuff. To be honest, at this point, I think I've got enough iron that I could start making iron wands as well, which are way better. To be honest, I'll probably make a couple of diamond ones, but I don't want to use my diamonds just yet. There's definitely better things you can use diamonds for than making diamond wands. Hang on. There we go. Okay, so everything is one block bigger. Let's keep going until I'm out of this stone. I think we're going to need the platform to be a lot bigger in reality. I'm doing this all uniform as well, expanding it one block on every side. I suppose I could just build another platform next to this one, or build an extension of this platform, rather than having to do it all, one side of the thing at a time. But I just like this. I think it looks kind of neat, and you always kind of know where your starting point was. I also, interesting fact, I've discovered that there is a way of removing bedrock without going into creative mode or cheating or any of that nonsense. There is an unbreakable, there is a type of material that is super hard to get. You get it later in the game. Let's find it. Infinity. So here you go. This material here, infinity ingots, which is, you've got to get into extreme crafting, which is difficult to do because it means you need loads of this neutronium stuff. You need to get these crystal matrix ingots and these infinity catalysts. It all takes ages to make. All of these things that you need take ages to make. That is all of the food. That is all of the meats. You get the idea. It's a block of emerald, an enderium block, a block of steel, a block of terrasteel, an unstable ingot block. I mean, that alone is going to be so hard. A block of bedrockium, a singularity, an eternal singularity. These are all really difficult things to get. But if you can get enough of them to make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 infinity catalysts, and all of these neutronium ingots, and these crystal matrix ingots, which don't look particularly fun either, then you can make a single infinity ingot. The infinity ingot can, in theory, be cast to make an infinity pickaxe. This pickaxe here is can break bedrock. I've kind of got another map on the go that I use for creative testing, and in that map I was able to break the starting block of bedrock with it, with one of those in vanilla. It is not an easy feat by any means to achieve that point, but just technically speaking, when I said in the first episode I won't ever be able to get rid of that bedrock, that was not accurate. I thought I'd correct my mistake. However trivial that may be. Okay. Almost out of this stuff again. There we go. I can come back to this later on. If I lose track of it, I guarantee what I'm going to do is I'm going to forget where I'm up to, and I'm going to end up losing sight of my thing about keeping it all even that I was talking about earlier. Okay, we'll do that. Okay, so I'm going to want to build my smeltery somewhere. This seems like a good spot here, or this over here, or even here behind the other tinker stuff. But in any case, I'm going to need to build a smeltery. So the smeltery requires a few different things to what we've got already, but it's easy enough to make. So I'm going to need some bone meal? No, not bone meal. Dust, sand, and gravel. That's what I'm going to need to make grout. Grout can be smelted. Hang on, let's show you. So we've got grout. I am grout. We get grout. So we make grout either by a clay ball with a gravel and a dust gives us 2, or 4 gravel blocks, 4 sand blocks, and a clay block gives us 8. So we need clay, sand, and gravel to make this. Now clay is relatively easy to make in this because what we do is we get these dust here and we go. In fact, I'm going to get my bucket because we're going to want this, and we go boop, boop. And you fill these barrels with water, plonk a dust in them, and you get gravel. No, not gravel, clay. So we go to there, and then we go boop. In fact, I had some extra barrels, didn't I? So let's grab one of these barrels here, and just plonk one of them there, because that'll just speed this whole process up significantly. So we can just go boop. You can automate all of this kind of stuff later on in the game. It's basically everything with this game can be automated almost. There's not many things I've found that I haven't been able to work out a way of automating. This clay production can definitely be automated to a modest extent. You get some cool tricks later on as well. That allow you to do some cool stuff. So, do you know what? I'm going to finish this clay off, and then I'm going to come back. So we'll take a gap there. Okay, so that is our clay done. We have 64 blocks of clay. Now, in order to make this work, we're going to need, for every block of clay, we're going to need 4 stacks of gravel. So we're going to go 1, 2. I only have 1 stack of gravel. Okay, so we need to make more gravel. Well, think about it. Let's check that progress. So we're going to need 3 more stacks of gravel, and we're going to need 1, 2, 3, 4 stacks of sand, which we have. Okay, so I'm going to need some more gravel. So let's get put you there. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4. That one can stay there, and the other 4 I'm going to do over here. So let's plonk these ones away for now. That can go in there for now. Let's pop the stuff I'm using for my grout in here for the time being. Those barrels can go away there as well. And let's get some hammering on the go. So hammers. Probably going to need more hammers than that. I've got some sticks there, so let's just make it a 3rd hammer. In fact, I'm definitely going to do this. I'm going to go boop boop and make an iron hammer because they're just way better. So that's what we're going to want. That can go in there. See how much of that we can put in there. Let's put that one in there for now, just because that's stuff we need to come back to. And let's make some gravel. I didn't actually need 4 stacks, did I? Because I've already got a stack of gravel. Let's put 1 stack back. And let's do 3 stacks. So again, this is going to take a while, and you've seen this before, so you know this is done. So I'm probably going to pause it there for a second, and then come back when this is done. Okay, so as you can see, I've smashed up these 3 stacks of gravel. So if we grab this lot here, I'm going to grab those as well while I'm here, and just see how this is doing. Yep, plonk some more of those in there. Just grab the smooth stone I put in there, because I want that on me for this next bit. Okay, so we go over to here, and then we go our clay blocks, and we go 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then we go 1, 2, 3, and 4, and we get, for each one of these, we get 8 blocks of grout. So we should get 8 stacks, I think. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 8 stacks. I was right. Sorry, my quick maths is not doing well today. Let's put those hammers back away. I didn't end up needing the iron hammer in the end, but you know what? Result is result, right? Don't know where that chance cube came from. Must have picked that up by accident. Whoops. So at some point I'll check the quest book as well, because I've definitely done a few quests at this point. So I'll check that out at some point and update my quests. So we're going to need the furnace for this next part. And in fact, now that I'm thinking about it, what I'm also going to need is butt tons of lava to make this smeltery work. And I don't have lava yet. I've not made any. So, in fact, let's pop this grout over in my "this is what I'm working on" chest. Which is what that's going to be called from now on. It's a terrible name for it. I'll revise that and come up with something better. Yeah, but we'll see what we get. Okay, so we need a crucible in that case. So in that case, we're going to need another clay. We're only going to need 1 block of clay for this. I think. No, 1 block of clay gives me 4. It gives me 4. Okay, so I'm going to need 2 blocks of clay. Don't know why I had it in my head that it gives me 8. But, hey ho. That's just the way the cookie crumbles, isn't it? I only have 2 bone meal. Oh, that's a problem. Okay, so I think it's time for another sifting montage. So let's give that a go. Okay, so I've got what I need. So I've got 8 clay and 7 bone meal, and that allows me to make 7 porcelain clay. The extra clay I don't need, but you can only make them in quantities of 4, so that's what you get. Okay, so we get the porcelain clay, and we make this shape here. This gives us an unfired crucible. Now what we need to do with the crucible, or the unfired crucible, is we do this, and we go boop, boop, and we pop him in here. Give this a minute, and this is going to turn into a fired crucible. Well, actually just a crucible. It doesn't call it a fired crucible at all, although logically that's what it is. Pop that in there, pop that in there. Okay, cool. And I can pop the rest of this dust away as well. Let's do that. Oh, I don't have a key at the moment. So that was a space for gravel and my half-stone slabs. That's what was in there. And my gravel. So I've used all of those at the moment. But that's fine. It happens. So while I think about it, let's do a little bit more expansion on the platform. Because we're still waiting on a lot of stuff to kind of finish. Now, where did I get up to? I think I got up to here. I did. Which was the 3rd side of the puzzle. So that means that if I do this and then this, so that is another full lap. So let's go around again one more time. I think I've got enough to go around another time in full. What eventually will happen is I will stop building this in perfect spheres, and we'll start building it in more bizarre shapes as needs evolve for me to do different types of things. It's just early game. This is something that I just find a really easy way of doing this. Is to just make one gigantic platform. Because there's so much stuff that you need to be able to do early game as well. And all that functionality will get moved out onto smaller sub-platforms that are kind of a bit more specialist and automated and all those other wonderful things. I don't think I'll get another lap around, so we'll pop these away for now. But then again, there's more stone on its way. Okay, and that's all the stone actually in the thing now. That's good. They can go in there. Pop these stone ones away. And that single block of stone can go. In fact, no, I'll keep that in my inventory. Soon enough, we're going to need to smelt up the grout. So I'll leave this going for a little minute longer. And then we will smelt up some grout and see how that goes. But in the meantime, we'll have a crack at some other stuff. Why don't we? So while we're waiting for everything to finish smelting and then to start getting the grout going. Oh yeah, we need to actually install the crucible somewhere. Okay, that's what we can do. So let's grab let's go with some half slabs. Half slabs are as good as anything. Let's just grab all of them. I'm going to want a bucket of water for this because we're going to be doing some amount of downwards building at least. Crucible can go. Where can the crucible go? Crucible can go over here. We'll pop the crucible here. This is as good a spot as any. Okay, so what I'm going to do is plonk you there. And then I'm going to pop that there, and that there, and that there, and that there. Now, I don't actually need any of these blocks to really be here yet, but we're going to need them at some point, so I'm going to pop them there for now, and then I'm going to go grab the bucket of water back out of there, and I'm going to pop that there. I'm going to pop one there for like 2 seconds, and I'm going to grab one of my torches. Oh, I've got loads of torches. Why don't I have them in there? They could go in there, couldn't they? They can go in what was the gravel space for now, but I'm going to need one. So we put this here, and then we put our thing there. Now that space there is eventually going to hold host to a block of lava, but we don't need that yet, so that can go in there. And this is cobblestone's going to turn gradually into lava now. Once we've got a block of lava, we can pop it underneath this crucible. In fact, I've probably overdone it on lava, to be honest there, but that's fine. We can pop that back in there. The reason we need lava is because lava is what fuels the smeltery. There's other things we can do with it. As I've mentioned before, you can get some cool generator-y type things going on early game to do with lava, which can certainly help. And you can do some other cool stuff with it. So we're gonna leave that as it is for now. 105 millibuckets. We've still got a little ways to go. This is nearly a little while to go on that still as well. What I might do is I might build some more furnaces then, because that I think would speed things up. So let's grab a stack of these. And in fact that's perfect, because if I do that, that'll give me 8 furnaces, and then I can go just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay, let's just grab a ton of charcoal. How much charcoal have I got? Oh, I've got loads of charcoal. Okay. So there should be Is that all my charcoal? Oh. And then I can go and get my grout. It's because it says I am grout on it. I always think of I am Groot. Obviously, that's a very clear reference to something. And anyone who doesn't know that's Guardians of the Galaxy, I'm surprised. But for the record, it's Guardians of the Galaxy. Okay, that's going to make up my grout. I can knock these furnaces down once I've made my grout and file them away. But it just means that they're getting done. And in good quantities as well. Okay, coal in there. So we gathered up some more materials when I was sieving that dust as well, which is good. So we've got plenty of stuff to get smelting once we have a smeltery up and running. The cool thing, and I can't remember if I've said this, the cool thing about smelteries is whereas if I put that block there in a furnace, I get 1 gold ingot. If I put it in a smeltery, I get 2. So particularly with things like gold that are very valuable early game and hard to come by, the smeltery can mean the difference between you needing to find, say, 1 gold ingot or 2 gold ingots to complete a particular quest. So these should... Oh yeah, they're already starting to smelt away, which is pretty good. Let's go and turn those into slabs. Like, yeah, I've got all the slabs on me. Let's do another lap around and see if we can expand the platform a little bit more, shall we? So yeah, like I said, to begin with, the platforms, this single platform is just going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. Eventually, I'll start building off it with smaller platforms and stuff. But I just kind of want to get the core essentials done here before I get too fancy in the sort of design work. Actually, what I can do in a second is I can go around and light it up, because I'm almost certainly going to start having mobs spawn any day now, all around me, in every possible direction, which would be really bad, particularly if there's a blood moon. These outer corners are definitely, I think, far enough away. In fact, let's just have a look. Yeah, so there's a few spots around the edges, and they're definitely far enough away from me that monsters could spawn during a blood moon. So we don't want that to happen, because, well, we'd die. I say we. You're not here. You wouldn't die. I would die, and I would lose all the stuff that it's taken me ages to collect, which would be unfortunate, to say the least. I went and put all my torches over here, didn't I? Let's grab my torches. So, first of all, we want to torch up the corners. That is the centre of that. That. So where's the bed? The bedrock is on this row here with the second, so that's where that one wants to be. Sorry, I'm a stickler for kind of symmetry and stuff like that, almost OCD in some regards, and for some reason there's a single block here that isn't lighting up properly, so we'll just dig that there and that'll fix that. And that's not symmetrical, and that's going to bug the crap out of me, but it's just what needs to happen, so it's fine. So right now we should be safe. What's that looking like up there? Oh, that's not good. Boop. Problem solved. And there, you guys are looking okay. Okay, so everything is mob proofed. We've expanded the platform a little bit. I've started making my grout. I'm going to finish making my grout in a second. We don't quite have a bucket of lava yet, but I'm going to stick some more cobblestone in there because we're going to want some more in the nearish future. And what I might do quickly, if I see if I can make a fluid tank and start putting that lava into. That's the kind I want. 4 iron and 4 redstone. I can definitely do that. Okay, let's that, I think, and then that. Yeah, it was. Okay, cool. So we'll plonk you down there. And then we'll go iron pipe. How do I make an iron pipe? Let's see. It just means that we can easily extract the lava from the crucible, so that, you know, we can kind of. So that's glass with iron around it. Have I made glass yet? I don't think I've made glass. Okay, we'll make some glass in a second, and then I can make an iron pipe to pipe that lava into the tank automatically, so that it's not clogging up the crucible. They can go in there. Let's do a few glass. How's my grout looking? Okay. So I've got 4 stacks of grout there, so I could start building the smeltery now as well. And I'm going to need some glass for the smelter actually as well, so that's a good shout on doing some glass, because that is actually really important. In fact, so what I'm in fact going to do is I'm going to do that, make a stack of it. That makes a lot more sense. Oh, so close to being done. Grab those. So we've got a lot more of those as well ready to go. Oh, we're nearly there. I don't know why I said it in that voice, but I did, because it felt appropriate at the time. Okay, so 64 sand is smelting. Once we need 1 glass block to make our iron pipe, but we're going to need some more for our smeltery, I'm sure. Let's grab some iron. We need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 iron. A single pane of glass will do. Just pop that there, and we go whoop, boo, and it gives us 8 iron pipes. Brilliant. Pop that there. Now what we need to do now is we need to set those iron pipes up to extract on one side. So I'm going to need a wrench. Now there is different wrenches from different mods in here. The one that I have found that works on these pipes definitely is this one here. And actually, I don't know if those pipes are magnetic. They are. They're the same mod. That's why they work. It's you know, like someone designed it that way. So I'm going to need floral red powder or red dye of some sort, which I don't have. That's a pain. Okay, we're going to need some bone meal. So, sieving montage again. Boom. Okay, so I've got 5 bone meal, so let's see if we can make some flowers. That is all grass. Brilliant. It's a good start. Break that. And then number 2. Red flower. Perfect. Now, I think that actually only gives me 1 dye, so let's keep going. Second red flower. That's exactly what I need. Okay, perfect. For argument's sake, no, actually I'll save the bone meal because I will need bone meal later on, almost definitely. So let's do that and go boom. And then we need 1, 2, 3, 4 iron ingots, and we go like that, and put those 2 there, and that gives us the wrench. Okay, we now have a wrench, so we can go boop, and that will extract the lava from here and put it into here. So as you can see, we have 1,380 odd lava counting up all the time. I'm going to grab that, and I'm going to go fill that up, make sure we've got plenty of that. I'm going to pop you in there, and I'm also going to grab my bucket. And what I'm going to do is grab a bucket of lava out there, because there's now more than a bucket's worth. I'm going to break that. I'm going to pop that in there, so I've got something to place it next to. I'm going to plop my lava down, and I've just realised I'm going to actually need to get these in order to place them. Okay. Oh. So that usually doesn't happen if you've got stone, but sometimes it does very occasionally. So that's going to speed up. So where are we? So you can now see if I can't actually mouse over it, but if you look at the stats up at the top, you'll see there's a melting speed. The third one down, it has 2 times. That's because it's over lava rather than over a torch, so it's happening twice as fast. Let's see if that will accept any more cobblestone yet. It will. Okay. So that's just going to keep making lava and putting it in this tank here. So as you can see, we've almost got another bucket of lava all over again. You can do some cool stuff later on where you can automate the production of cobblestone, pipe it into these crucibles to make lava, put your laurium blocks underneath them, which gives you 50 times the speed, I think it is, or 25 times the speed. One of the two. Incredibly fast anyway. Which means that you fill these things in no time at all, and you can power everything with lava. It's fantastic. Okay, so these have all finished behind me, which means all our grout is done, so we grab all the rest of our grout, and then we can start building our smeltery. Now I'm going to build a basic smeltery to begin with. Let's grab the charcoal out of here as well, because we're going to break these down in a second. Okay, charcoal is done. Move them up there. No, 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 none of those things. Oh dear. Yep, gotta stop right-clicking charcoal. Oh well, let's pop that back in there. So that's that done. Okay, so we've got the grout, that's what I meant. So we're going to need a few things. So the first is 3x3 like that gives us a smeltery drain. We're going to probably want 2 of those, and I'll show you why in a second. So we've got 2 smeltery drains. We're going to want a casting basin. This allows us to make blocks straight away. And we're going to want a casting table that allows us to make ingots and parts for tinker's tools straight away. We're going to need a faucet for each of the drains. One for above the casting table and one for above the casting basin. We're going to need a second faucet there as well. We're also going to need... Let me try and think about this. We're going to need more glass is what we're going to need. Now, it's a seared tank, which I think looks like that. That's a seared window. Okay. Is it like that? That's what we're after. A seared tank. Okay, which is where we can put our lava. And we're also going to want a controller, which is what controls the whole thing. Okay, once we've got all these components, what we now need is we just need straight up smeltery bricks. That's going to determine how big we can make our smeltery. The bigger we can make it, this is one multi-block structure. So if you've never played modded Minecraft before, what you'll learn is that we have these things in modded Minecraft called multi-block structures. And that's where you put certain blocks next to each other and then they interact with each other in a way that allows them all to function together as a single device. So smeltery is a great example of that. It's bigger than a furnace, it's made of multiple blocks, but it works in a similar way to a furnace in that it becomes a single unit. So this area here is as good as any for it, so let's start here. Okay, so it needs to be, and my understanding is it needs to be at least 3x3. I might be wrong about that, but I'm going to do it 3x3 anyway. So let's get rid of these here. And I realise I'm dropping all these half slabs. In theory I could collect them up and they'd be useful, but do you know what, I'm in that much, I can't be bothered. For the sake of a couple of stone pieces, it just doesn't seem worth it. In fact, I'm going to try, now this I am going to be careful about, because I want to keep, nope, okay, that's gone, great, wonderful, and that one's gone, and let me guess, oh, we got to keep that one at least. I'm going to get some half slabs. I'm going to move it all back. No, I'm not going to get half slabs for there. No, I am going to get half slabs for there. It's all flooding back to me. I'll get there eventually. 2, 3. Okay, so I think I'm going to build this and then we're going to probably call it a day there for this episode. Because I've been going on for about half an hour now, not including my random kerfufflings. So we're going to need our smeltery tank on the outside, so I'll pop that there. We're going to need, in fact, I'm not going to pop that there, I'm going to pop that in the row above because it'll be easier to pipe into. In fact, yeah, I'll put it on this side because I've got more space to build some resources later on. So we'll put those 3 there, and we will put the smeltery tank there, and we'll build those 2. And we're going to do the same on the back, we're going to build it 2 high. And we're going to build on this side, again, 2 high. Okay, on this side, what we're going to do is we're going to go, let's think about this. We want our casting basin and our casting table. So I'm going to go break that one for the casting basin, and this one for the casting table. So that means our drains need to be here and here. And we put our faucets on those. We put a seared brick in the middle, and we're going to go boop, boop, and our controller goes there. Okay, so this is all going to work now. And then ultimately what I'm going to do is put a chest here, probably an iron chest, because I still haven't upgraded these to iron chests, actually. That was something I was going to do, wasn't it? Put an iron chest here, and that's where all my different stencils for this will go. So, let's have a quick look at how we're doing here. 1750, we've used up all the cobblestone in there. So let's put some more cobblestone in here. And let's grab this and go over here and go put one block of lava in there. Okay, so what we're first going to need is some aluminum brass. Now, aluminum brass is made from aluminium and copper. What I can't remember is the ratio. So this is going to be my next fun, trying to work this out. Aluminium? Do I have any? I'm sure I do. Oh, there's there. I think it's 1 copper to 3 aluminium. So let's have a look. This is why we have not enough aluminium brass. And I keep saying aluminum brass because that's what it says, because it's the American spelling. I'm British, so obviously to me it's aluminium, but it's fine. So we want, there we go, 3 parts aluminium to 1 part copper. Perfect. That's exactly what I thought. So we've got 1 part copper, and we're going to want 1, 2. Okay, that'll do. So we'll pop that one back in there, and we'll pop that one back in there, and that'll give us enough. So, and I know I said I could smash these down, but right now I'm just in a hurry, and aluminium is not desperately rare, so we can just kind of do it like this. So as you see, this is melting down. This is going to give me 8 ingots in total, which are going to mix together to create aluminium brass. And this is the other advantage of these smelteries, is that you can create alloys with them that you can't create with a furnace. So there's other machines you can do that with as well, but this is a great way of doing it. So in a second, those aluminium's going to melt, then the copper is, and then it's all going to mix together, and it's going to give me, so you see those 3 blocks have become 6 ingots. You can see it says it just over my mouse there, molten aluminium ingots 6. Now this copper's going to go in, and all of this is instantly going to change to 8 aluminum brass. Okay, so what we now do is we can get one of our, I haven't got any of those left. Okay, that's fine, we're using an iron ingot. Plenty of iron. So we're going to pop an iron ingot down here, and then we're going to pour that. And that gives us an iron ingot cast. Now what I can now do is pour out the rest of the aluminum brass as ingots, and we'll use that later on. We'll pop it back into the furnace, and that'll allow us to make other casts other than the ingot cast that we've got in there at the moment. And I believe I should get 7 of these back, because 1 ingot I believe makes 1 cast. Yeah, it does. And that should be the last one. Okay, so we're now set up, ready to use this. And I'm not going to do any more today on this, but that's all set up and ready to go. So that's the important thing. So we've set up our lava production. We're making lava. We've set up this. So we are making, so we can increase our metal output. These furnaces can probably go now because they've fulfilled their purpose. So let's just vein mine them, and that'll get rid of them. Pop them in the chest, because you know when you need more furnaces, get rid of these ones. We've expanded the platform a little bit as well. We've filled up our chest with more stuff, despite the fact that we previously tried not to do that, but that's fine. So, you know, we're doing pretty well. It's not a bad start. What I haven't done is automated cobblestone. And weirdly, that's usually one of the first things I do, but I just don't seem to have done it yet in this, but I haven't really needed to, so that might be a step for next episode. Automate some cobblestone, and then maybe increase our lava production, and maybe even start getting into some early areas of automation. So yeah, thanks very much for watching. I think it's been a productive episode, and I hope to see you all in the next one. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And of course, as always, if you want to keep up with the latest videos, don't forget to click that notification button too. Thanks very much. Bye.